All right, today we're diving into an institution that, in just over 2 decades, has become a real powerhouse for science and technology in its region. This is the story of Kohat University of Science and Technology, or as you'll hear me call it, KUST.
So, you hear a phrase like a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and academic excellence, and you think, wow, that's a high bar. That's the standard the university's chancellor has set. And in this explainer, we're going to break down what that actually looks like on the ground. We're going to trace its journey from just a handful of institutes to the major university it is today. We'll explore all the different things you can study there, get a feel for the community, and even look at its vision for the future. Let's see how KUST is living up to that incredible mission.
Okay, so first things first. Before we get into its history and its impact, let's just lock in KUST's core identity. Who are they, really? So, KUST was established right at the turn of the millennium, back in 2001. It's a public university located in Kohat in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And its location is actually pretty key, placing it right in a region with a real growing need for skilled grads in science and tech. Every university has an origin story, and KUST's is all about ambition and just really rapid growth. It wasn't founded as this massive, sprawling university from day one. It was built piece by piece from just 4 key institutes. Let's take a look at that incredible journey. And wow, this timeline really puts that explosive growth into perspective. Just think about this. It started with only 4 institutes in 2001. And get this, just 3 years later, it had already massively expanded its degree programs. Fast forward to today, and it's a full-on comprehensive university offering the whole shebang, from bachelor's degrees all the way to PhDs. That's an incredible transformation in just over 20 years. Okay, so we've talked about the growth in words, but what do the numbers look like today? Because that's where you really see the scale of things. Let's break down KUST community and its infrastructure right now. First up, the student body. We're talking about a vibrant, bustling community of over 8,000 learners. That alone makes KUST a major educational hub in the region. And that impact, it doesn't just stop at graduation. KUST has this powerful network of over 26,000 alumni out there making their mark in all sorts of fields, both in Pakistan and internationally. Now, to make all of that work in the modern world, you need some serious tech infrastructure, right? And the university has invested big time here. With 1,000 Mbps of bandwidth, students and faculty have the kind of high-speed connection that is absolutely essential for today's research and collaboration. And if we zoom in a little bit on those student numbers, this table gives us a great snapshot. The foundation is this huge undergraduate population of over 4,000. But then, on top of that, you've got a really strong postgraduate community and a dedicated group of 55 doctoral candidates. That shows a real commitment to pushing the boundaries of research. All right, so we've seen the scale, we've seen the community, but what can you actually study there? Let's get into the heart of the university. The academic faculties where students really get to chase their passions. Well, it's right there in the name, isn't it? Science and technology. And KUST absolutely delivers on that promise. The university covers a huge range, from the physical and numerical sciences to really in-depth biological studies. And with dedicated faculties for chemical, pharmaceutical, and allied health sciences, KUST is a total powerhouse in STEM and healthcare education. But it's not just about the hard sciences. KUST also offers these fantastic, comprehensive programs in social and management sciences. This commitment to fields like business, education, and English, well, it ensures students get a really well-rounded education, preparing them for pretty much any career path you can think of. And this quote from one of the deans, Professor Dr. Ijaz Ahmad, it just perfectly sums up the vibe there. It's not just about a list of departments. It's a shared commitment. It's a genuine invitation for students to become part of a community that's really focused on making society better. This table is super helpful because it shows you the depth of these programs at a glance. For key areas like computer science or even English, KUST provides the entire academic journey. That means a student can start with their bachelor's degree and go all the way to a PhD, all within the same supportive environment. That's huge. A great university experience is about so much more than what happens in the classroom. It's about all the other stuff, the support systems, the opportunities outside of lectures that really sets a place apart. So what else does KUST have on offer for its students?
And this is where KUST really shines, by giving students the tools to succeed. Take the KUS Incubation Center. That's a place where student ideas literally get turned into real businesses. When you combine that with tons of scholarship programs and campus-wide digital and library resources, it's so clear the university is investing not just in an education, but in the future careers of its students.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We've looked at the history, the numbers, the programs, but how does all of this tie back into that big mission we talked about at the start, that whole idea of being a beacon of knowledge?
And this message from the Vice Chancellor really closes that loop for us. It brings us right back to that beacon idea. The end goal here isn't just about handing someone a degree. It's about preparing graduates to go out there and tackle huge global challenges with confidence, with skill, and with a strong sense of ethics. That's the purpose that drives everything we've seen today.
So, what's the big takeaway here? With its incredible growth, its deep focus on science and technology, and a really clear mission to spark innovation, KUST is without a doubt setting itself up to be a major force in shaping the future. The only real question left is, what will that future look like?